Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Andy. She blinded me with refractors. I've got a big Ronald Acuna pickup to share with you guys tonight. Um, if you guys follow Ronald Acuna's thread on Blowout, um, you'll notice that it recently went over 1 million views, which is that's a lot. That's crazy to. It's actually, I think it's the most viewed thread on Blowout. I think I was looking at the numbers the other day. I think the second highest is Aaron Judge, and I think he was like at 770 something thousand, something like that. So just a ton of buzz around Acuna. He's won't be 22 until next month, and he already has 67 career home runs, over 300 hits, 285 batting average. Obviously, I believe in him, but when it comes to guys this young, I mean, obviously anything could happen. You can't predict health, things of that nature. So let's go ahead and show the card off here. All right, guys. What we have is the 2017 Bowman Prospects Chrome Gold Refractor in a tin. This card is numbered to 50. This one is, let's see if you can see that there, 20 of 50. A little bit of glare. There it is. You can kind of see it there. 20 of 50. Obviously, this is not a cheap card, and if you've watched some of my past videos, you know that I also picked this one up. I don't know, maybe a couple of months back. That's the orange refractor that's numbered to 25. And I've talked to a couple of my friends this week. I've already kind of showed some people this card, and the best way that I could explain it, because it's a lot of money for a guy that's 21 years old. But the best way I can explain it is cards like this one. I mean, if he becomes the player that I think he's going to be, and I wanted to wait. I mean, these cards, you just don't see these pop up very often at auction. And if he becomes the next truly great player in Major League Baseball and kind of takes over that best player in the game role after Trout starts to get a little bit older, I mean, there's no way that I would be able to afford these cards. So I mean, to me, I kind of looked at it as this could be the only chance that I had to pick up these cards, because you know like if you look back at guys like Mike Trout, for instance, and I'm not comparing Acuna to Mike Trout, but I guess I kind of am, but not as a player just yet. But I'm comparing, I guess, the card market, his hobby value, to Mike Trout. And Mike Trout, I thought about picking up some of his 2011 chrome refractors, like the gold and orange and blue, stuff like that. And I was like, man, I was like, it seems really high, and that they were about the price of the Acunas at that time, and it's like, I don't know, it seems like too much, so I didn't pull the trigger. And one thing I can definitely say is, whether or not Acuna does become the player that I think that he will be, whether the value of these goes up, or if he gets hurt or doesn't turn out to be the guy that I think he will be, and his cards tank, I'm not going to regret it, because I'm kind of weird that way. I think the biggest regrets that I have in this hobby are some of the chances that I didn't take when I had a good feeling about something. So I'm trying to get better about just going with my instincts on certain players, certain cards. And, if I really truly believe in a player and I think that the price is going to continue to go up and it may eventually get to a point where I can't pick the card up, I'm just going to try to go ahead and, pick up those cards when I can. Obviously, everyone has a budget in mind, and, I pretty much blew my entire card budget for the month on this one card. So some people think that's silly, but I really try to collect cards that I feel are unique. And with all of the talk about some cards, there's so many of them, I tend to gravitate towards the lower numbered cards. And that's just my personal way of collecting, I guess. So regardless, with what happens with Acuna going forward, I can honestly say that I will not regret these purchases. And yeah, so very cool to have these two cards sitting here side by side, and just happy to have them, guys. Feel fortunate to own these, and it's going to be a fun ride with Acuna to see what happens. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will catch you guys later.